Greetings, everybody. Captain Comedy here. For today's video, I'm going to be doing something called journaling. My girlfriend's ex dad told me that this is a good way to with I don't know, like therapy or something. So instead of writing it, I'll video it. So I can see my reaction in the future or see the problems then versus now and stuff like that. And then journaling is a powerful tool for self expression and personal growth, offering numerous benefits such as stress reduction, which can help in processing emotions and reducing anxiety, mental clarity, aids in organizing thoughts and improve focus, therapeutic benefits, can decrease symptoms of depression and PTSD, flexibility, which various styles such as free form or structured journaling can be tailored into individual needs. Goal settings is that it is useful for documenting daily life and setting personal goals. To get started, consider setting aside a few minutes each day to write about your thoughts, feelings, or experiences. All right. So, basically, I don't know how this stuff works or how to do it properly. I guess I can talk about just my life in general, and what's recently been happening. Right now it's in the morning, I just woke up, had breakfast, and making this video. Um, I don't know how to start this, but basically, I don't know. I feel like just life sucks in general, no matter what you do or how you do it. Like, for example, I'm a Christian. I believe and follow the Bible and God. I have faith in that. That God will come back one day and such. But if we take that away and like you do the world, like it's not like I don't care about the world. It's just everything that we do, it doesn't seem to be enough. If you ask me, and I did my part. I feel like we all do, regardless if we're aware of that or not. But the thing is, though, it's like I don't know. I feel like I will put a lot of effort into everything else and other people before I put effort into myself, is what I've been told by various people. My parents, my ex dad, all that. And I don't know, I feel like I don't put much effort to care for myself. Maybe that's why I feel like there's nothing point going for or worthwhile. Because, I don't know. Let me get some water. Oh no, wait. I have water about here. That's half drinking though. That works. um, like I said, I'll put more effort into other people than myself. Like, if you can see on my room, it's usually I have like a lot of stuff on my bed. There's like a bunch of like video games, and then like a bunch of clothing. I wouldn't really put effort into my own self because I would rather help others. I don't know why, but that's something that I do. Like I don't know when or how I came up with this, but I have like a motto ish that I'll make the world smile at the cost of my own. Which kind of sounds heroic, but it's like a self-sacrificing hero. Like if you've seen Code Geass, it's like something like that, I guess. Which I really do enjoy it. It's a good anime. I recommend watching. But I don't know. Like I don't know. Like I wouldn't help myself versus like I'd rather help my ex. Like the other day I went with my dad and my brother to take him to his friend's birthday party right after work, and I didn't knew we were gonna go there. It was just like, hey, I got home from work. And I was like, hey, you wanna come with me? I'm like, sure, I'll go along. And just spend like the time at the arcade for like an hour or so, and then I went, and that I never knew the arcade or look it up. But when I went there, I'm like, oh, this is an arcade that I knew about. But I was planning on taking her one day, but we never did because we're no longer together. And next door is a place for artists to like sell their art, merch, stuff like that. I'm like, oh, this would be great for her. Let me get all this information down, like, and give it to her. But I'm like, I'm no longer together with her, so it's not like I'm obligated to do this. And I still want to help her, but you can only help people who want to accept the help. And I don't know. It's like it felt weird that I had that information that technically that would help her. But it's like I'm no longer with her, so why am I still doing this effort to try to help somebody that I'm not with? And I don't know. It's the same thing I do with like everybody and anything. I don't know why or how to stop really. And then like when it comes to me and her, we broke up because we have different life paths. Like I'm a Christian, she's not. Like my beliefs are against hers. So her no, my no's are her yeses, and her yeses are my no's. And some of them would have to do with politics and organizations and stuff, but it's like we couldn't really get the common ground on certain things. And like for me, one day I would like to have a family. I feel like that's a good blessing that God can give us. For I can get like a new phone, cologne, everything that I have in my room, but it doesn't mean anything. Like my family in Mexico lives on a ranch. They don't even have like half the stuff in my room. They don't have like a air duster for your consoles or like medicine really. So it's like over there they have less stuff, but they don't got to stress about life as they do here. So it's a bit different. But for me, I feel like I can get anything in this world, but like I said, it doesn't really mean much to me. Like little stuff like this, like little figurines and such. Like this one is of Jiraiya. Like I never had this before. I just got it at a con. Cause like why not? But it's like I didn't have to do this, and I can live without this. And there's like a bunch of stuff that exists that I do not need or never had before. Like I grew up playing this game, right? Pokemon White. This is a real copy, by the way. I spent like 120 on this, literally, like a week after the breakup, and this was not even intentional either. Like I just walk into a store and like, oh, they had this. I'm like, oh, great, I'm gonna buy it. Then like, huh, like I never expected it, and I was always wanting this. I never got it, and now I have. And now I'm like, well, I have this item now. I can play it. I can, play the game, complete the story, get all my favorite Pokemon back in the day. But I don't know, the vibe is gone. I don't know why. Like, remember when we were little and we used to play Skylanders on like the Wii or Xbox 360? Or you had the Wii, you had the 360, right? But if I play these now, I don't have that emotion. Like, I don't know what happened to me that I just lost that. There's something happened to me that I just lost it. I don't know what happened. I guess it kind of has to do with the fact that I had a first friend group with social media, and I was like clueless how social media worked or friendships or anything like that. And I ruined it by like talking about stuff that was hidden from a friend to a different friend, and then it leaked and everything else, and the friend group kind of disbanded, and we kind of got back together, but it wasn't really the same. And then the same thing happened with a second friend group, and then it kind of stopped. That's why I don't really mess with social media now or do anything or have friends, honestly, because I hurt people. Even though back then it's like, oh, I was trying to help or trying to be funny, but like I didn't understand social cues or anything like that. So I hurt a friend group and I hurt another friend group. So I'm like, all right, I'm just not gonna do this. And then I would generally try to help people, but then I did help somebody. Like I was just like saying, hey, you probably shouldn't do this. Maybe you should start doing this now. Or like, hey, maybe you can do this. We probably can't, but like it's highly recommended. Like if I can do it, you can do it. Like I'm barely getting paid, but at least you can do it too. Like part time or something. And that friend got mad, and they didn't like how they were getting taught to. And then the rest agreed, but I'm like, I was just like looking out, like I didn't think it was a problem. Like we're gonna graduate or we are graduated. Like it doesn't hurt, and that's how it happened. And I lost that one. And then same thing with my ex. Like it's like, hey, yeah, she has autism and I have ADHD. There are limits for both of us worldly, and the world would never work for us. People with disabilities like us, which I don't even know what the disability for us at this point, but like I said, the world is never in anybody's favor. It's always against you. You're like, oh yeah, let me go to college and get like the best degree for the best job. Are you gonna get that job? Not guaranteed. Are you gonna stick in that field? Probably not. What about all the loans, the debt, everything? Like it's or oh yeah, I got the career, but I gotta move to this state. but that state has different laws than what I currently live in. Like it's always something that's always going to be against you worldwide, no matter what you do. And it's like, well, that's always the case, no matter what. Even as a Christian, that's how it works. The world will always be against you, no matter what. Trust me, we live in a world full of idols, sin, and you name it. It's like it's always bad for us Christians, but that's how it is. Like I still gotta like live. I gotta work. I gotta eat. But all the food we have is like bioengineered. Half of them is plastic. It not even a real ingredients. A lot of chemicals. Everything. And like when you die, you get buried in a coffin, which technically you're supposed to get buried in the ground because we were born from this earth and we're gonna die in this earth. But they would rather have us die in a coffin, avoiding the earth. And you gotta think about it, and you kind of gotta wake up because it's like, hey, we live in a world where it's always against Christianity, and you always gotta like look into it. Like the food, the music. Like they say, oh yeah, like the radio music sucks because they take out all the cussing, but they'll leave the part about worshiping the devil. Like, doesn't make sense to me. I'm like, I never realized it until like a while ago, but it was like, hey, you take out the cussing, but you can leave the part about selling your soul to the devil. Like, that doesn't make sense to me. And then, like I was saying earlier, there was a part of me that I don't know what happened to it. I don't know. I don't really enjoy anything anymore. Like I like to go to conventions and dress up and all. I find it pretty cool that I can like pretend to be a character. But I don't have those feelings anymore, and I'm not me anymore. I don't know where it went, what happened to him. Anything is just gone. And I still would rather help people than myself. I don't know why. There was a time where my mom was in the hospital for a while due to health problems. And then that was a time where I was like really obsessed with like Tokyo Ghoul whenever it like first came out, and I really did love like the first season, the intro and the music. I love that. I had it on my playlist. It was like, on loop. And then I think there was like a vampire series. Was it Vladimir Todd? Was it Harry Potter? No. And it was like a book series. So it was like a smiley face and like two fangs. Let's see if I can look it up on. Let's see. Vampire book for teens. Let's see. Let's go with images. Let's see. Where is it? I don't think I'm gonna find it, to be honest. Vampire book Smile. No, I don't remember it. No, not with the fangs. I can't remember. What was it called? Vampire book. I know I had like a smiley face with fangs on it. Vladimir Todd. Does that show up anything? No. Vampire book. Teens. Nope. I don't remember it. Well, but basically, yeah, there was like a book series that I read back in the day. I liked the anime stuff back in the day. But I don't enjoy anything. I don't find purpose. Like I can't enjoy. Like I want to write books because it's like, well, I believe that today's day and age society has gone downhill. Everything's gone downhill. All the ideology in the movies and books. People can say it's not politics, but I feel like, hey, the movie I used to watch back in the day of like Wall-E, Ratatouille, those movies were a bit better than what we have today with like the Buzz Lightyear, Elio, and like a bunch of new ones, right? But it's like, well, times change, everything's different. People can say, oh, it's the truth, it's life, it's real, but I'm like, hey, you don't see it being a trend because like all the celebrity kids are doing it, and everybody else is doing it. So it's like it happened during COVID. Like I remember, like yeah, it existed beforehand throughout, but like I didn't really notice it or really pay much attention to it, and it just became a thing during COVID. I'm like, all right, like this is like a trend. Like I was confused, and then it came more and more, and here we are. And like I said, I don't know what to do. My purpose. I'm a Christian. I follow the Bible, but that's really it. Besides that, I don't know if I should like find love, get a career. Like I am writing. Like I am. I have my binder here, and I'm doing the studies when I get the chance and writing a book. Like I'm not wasting time, but it's like I can work my entire life and I won't be able to afford anything because of the government on both political parties. They're both the same. You cannot tell me it's different. Oh, this one does this one does that. Well, couldn't they both do it? Why are we picking separately when technically it should only be one person, you know? Because like that's how it works. It's one does it. I don't know why we do two when you hate each other, but it's like, hey, every 4 years, this one sets you up for this one, and then this one sets you up for the next one. So it's like, it's not like, oh yeah, this one did this thing, bad thing. It's like, no, it's always been one person. It's never been two. But like I was saying earlier, I'm tired, don't know what to do. I'm not depressed, like, I can still eat, I can go to the gym, I can go out. Like, I just got my breaks done yesterday, I can go out. And I went to get these two games cheap, like Angry Birds Trilogy, and then I got Ben 10. And then like later today, I'm gonna play this one, Bloodstains. And like I said, I don't know anymore. I help people but then myself. Like I'll still try to fix things about my ex, even though we're not together no more. And it's like, well, with autism, ADHD, or anything, it's always us that needs to do it. Like we need to bite the bullet. Like we need to figure out what to do because nobody's gonna save anybody but us. Yeah, somebody can inspire you for the help, but that person had to do it first in order for you to get inspired by it. So unless that person started, you weren't able to start. But like I said, I'm still figuring out ways to help her, even though we're not together. I was like, I said the stuff during the relationship, and if it does want to get accepted, then I can't do anything about it. Even though I want to help, I can't help. And there's a lot of people out there that need help, but it's like we offer help. Like the homeless here in Vegas, we have um, like an entire block. I'm sorry, I'm doing this a lot because it like irritates my nose. As you can see, it's red. But like we have a homeless shelters and everything here right in Vegas, like an entire like block or street or area just pure that in a certain section of town, right? And there's a bunch of homeless there. Now, the thing is, people are like, oh, there must be so little room. Nobody cares. I'm like, no, we care. We have given them money, but what do they do with the money? Drugs, alcohol, anything, right? But help themselves. And these places are usually open. They always accept people in, but they always don't. They just want stuff for free, but they don't want to change. And I remember during the news, I saw that, was it California or someplace was giving out like a free hotel or free apartment structure for homeless, and they invited them in. But they were disgrateful. They don't like it. They say, "Oh, I have more freedom outside." They didn't like it. You were given something, which people in like Palestine, Gaza, whatever the war is currently is going on, would have appreciated that. You said no. So we can give everybody everything they want. That wouldn't fix nothing. You can give everybody free benefits, free food, clothing. A lot of people will be disgrateful. A lot of people will not care. Not the homeless. Everybody in this world. Because, for example, people are like, oh, I'm not going to shop at Walmart because of the DEI. Alright, well, I can only afford Walmart. Like, I can't go to Costco because I don't have the membership because it's too expensive. I don't have a ride there. I have to take the bus. It's in my neighborhood. There's no small businesses. I understand that Walmart, Target, Costco, Sam's Club, and like a bunch of big company names, right? They will destroy the small businesses, right? Because remember, there's like Big Lots. Nobody goes to Big Lots. Why would you go to Big Lots if there's a Walmart next to you or a Target or anything. You don't shop at Big Lots because why would you? It doesn't exist no more. From what I understand, they're closing them all down, just like Sears. Sears went out of business because Amazon existed, and because of Amazon, why go to Sears? I mean, I think Sears still exists online, but you have to go. There's no more in-store Sears, which I missed. I missed Sears. I actually had good memories at Sears when I was a kid because that was the time when I remember I did most of my shopping for like school. Like I don't know why we went to Sears. I got like a backpack there or clothing there when I was a kid. I remember getting like like the Mario Kart DS backpack and like the dinosaur train backpack, right? I always rotate them because I'm like, oh, I want both. I want both. I can't pick. I think I ended up returning one. I think I just ended up using the Mario Kart one. I think, but I don't know. I had more life when I was little versus now, because then I had to care, and now it's like I have so much to care about, but it's like it wouldn't change. Like, example, I remember when I was in high school, there was CNN 10 with Carl Zeus, and we learned about the war about Ukraine, right? Then I remember seeing on social media a while back that we get all the money we gave them, it wasn't being used properly. You know, like selling stuff, buying stuff, using everything but the purpose that it was intended to. And I'm like, I wasn't really shocked about that because like, well, you give somebody money, they're not gonna use it what you're telling them to. Like I can give a homeless man $20, and I have. I'm like, here's $20. Do whatever you want with this, but please tell me you're gonna buy yourself some water so you don't stay dehydrated. They're like, yeah, definitely, I will. But I'm like, that person's probably not gonna get water. Maybe, hopefully. Like they're probably gonna get like $15 for cigarettes and then maybe a water bottle. Who knows? Or maybe they're all spending cigarettes. I don't know. I'll never know because I didn't see the person buy anything. Just accept it and walk away, and I never saw the person again. That's how it is. You can help people all you want, and that's I feel like that's what I'm doing. I help my ex, but if they don't want to accept the help, they can't accept the help. I can help the world. They can accept the help. They don't want to accept the help. I will help everybody but myself, and it hurts me because like I'm helping you. You may not understand it, but it's not right to do certain things. For example, we look up to our parents because my dad has been around longer than me. I'm a first generation Mexican here. I have been given opportunity for everything. So like if I have no books written, published, or any YouTube, Twitch success or anything, it's all on me because my dad did everything with nothing before technology. And here I am with everything. I have technology, I have a microphone, I have a camera, I have a PC, I have everything I need. I have a phone that I bought with my own money. Like, I can do whatever I want in this world, in America. And people complain. And I'm tired. Like, I want to help you, but I can only help you what I can. And it's like, for example, my ex wanted to move from America, move to Canada for what's going on and all the rights and stuff are getting taken away, right? Well, guess what? I have a buddy from work who left Canada to come here because he don't like that. Yeah, he's like, oh yeah, my parents are coming here, and like I might as well come along too. And I was like, Canada's it's alright. Like I want to try something new. Like I don't want there no more and stuff, you know. Like it wasn't bad there, but it's like it gets old and tiring. It's like the same way we feel about America. We feel tired about the laws, the rules, the taxes, the government, and he's tired about that too. We want to go there, and he wants to come here. You can go wherever you want. There's gonna be problems. In the UK, it's a crime just to protest, just holding a sign, like a piece of paper. Like if I just do this, just like this, really, just like this, I can go to jail. Huh? I didn't speak a word. Just that's how it works. I think it's also a crime if you pray in the UK. Like if I just pray. Like, huh? How does that work? And people are like, oh, we're getting like we're getting controlled and we're getting Naziized. I'm like, yeah, history repeats itself every 100 years. It's simple, really. Politics, no politics. I'm like, hey, both parties are bad, everything's against you, spiritually, worldly. It's never built for us, it's always built for the higher ranks. Have you seen this? It's a great show. It's very political, and people can say, oh, you're not political, or you have to be political. Yes, but I'm not. I'm not working for the Navy. I'm not working for the Revolutionary Army. I am a pirate. I am Captain Comedy. I am the captain of the Comedy Pirates. It was my job originally for this channel for money. Like, all right, let me do a YouTube channel for money. And what am I do money? Comedy. You know, comedy does money. It makes me happy. It makes me smile. If I'm depressed, I'm gonna go watch Fluffy, George Lopez. Um, what's that one comedian that's canceled and like super racist, homophobic? What's that one? It's like from the 90s and 80s. What was it? He's on Tubi, and he's only on Tubi, which I'm not surprised. I don't know, but he's like the joke where it's like, hey, guess what? We're in a desert. Well, there's no food, then but sand, and he's like cussing him out because you live in a desert. Come in a U-Haul, we'll move you one trip, and you'll get all the food. Like, I remember his name. Like, I watch comedians because they're funny, right? It distracts you instead of like worrying about everything about the world, the wars, the politics, everything. Just relax and watch a comedian on TV. You know. But like I was saying earlier, I am a pirate. I do care, but I'm doing things what I feel like is right because of how pirates work. You have some pirates like Whitebeard who don't really care about treasure; they just want a family. You got Luffy who just wants the One Piece. You got pirates like Foxy who just wants to become a pirate and do the J.B. Jones backfights. You know, and like everybody has a different opinion on what it's like to be a pirate. And different methods. Like Luffy just needs like 10 people in his crew, or Don Krieg wanted like what 50,000 or like what 5,000 people in his crew, and it just differs with everybody. And for me, I don't know what to do because no matter what I do or who I help, which I want to help, I care. Like Luffy wouldn't sit down and do nothing. At the same time, it feels like I'm doing nothing because I'm kind of giving up at this point because like what do you want me to do? I can help you, but you have to accept the help. It may not sound nice, but that's how it is. Like you gotta live with the truth. But I don't know. Um, the video's like half hour long. I'll continue a bit more, but basically it's like I'm tired. I don't know who to help. I don't know what to do. Um, my life technically sucks. You know, I miss my ex. Can't do anything about that. I want to get back with her in a way, but it's like I'm a Christian, she's not. Like, we've been talking, and it's like if it's not gonna agree on it, we can't really agree on it. We can't do anything about that. And we both have different views of what's right, and what's wrong. Like I said, for me, if I'm gonna have a kid one day, I'm like, hey, if it's a boy, I'm raising a boy. If it's a girl, I'm raising a girl. Like I don't understand the problem with that. A lot of people do. And for me, I'm like, hey, my parents raised me right. I'm a gentleman. I help people open a door. I was raised right. Now, people can say, oh, the culture and history, like, oh, like 80 years ago, this happened. This is how we were. This is how things were. I'm like, yeah, that's how they did it back in the day. It doesn't make it right. Like, remember when back in the day, like, all the important people used to wear, like, big white wigs? We don't do that no more. Nobody does. You expect me to do that? And like, oh, yeah, it's normal. We used to do it back in the day. I'm not doing that now. That was dumb. And with a bunch of stuff, and now today's day and age with all the movies and shows, I'm like, yeah, we kind of gave up. Everything's a politic thing, an ideology thing, sociology, you name it. And I'm tired. I don't know what to do. I'm trying to keep my books old school style, but it's hard to get things done if everything's focusing on technology, new versions, and this is acceptable, this is not. So I'm like, okay, something I grew up with was unacceptable, but now today's day and age is more unacceptable, but it's acceptable because of what's going on in today's day and age. And I'm tired, don't know what to do. Like, I'm doing this video just to vent, really, when it comes to journalism, because this is not what the point is. And to, like, detox and stuff. And I'm like, if you're watching this and you have, like, similar problems, or you want to help me and I can help you, like, that's what this video is for, so we can help each other out in the comments and such. But I'm tired. I don't know what to do. I got like right now. After this video, I'm gonna go to the gym. I've been to the gym since the breakup, and I want to get back into good shape because well, this is my body. This is a temple for me because God made me this way. Oh, I'm gonna get a little bit to politics. Now, for example, I want to help the world, but if I want to help the world, I feel like I'm always gonna be an enemy. Oh, I want to get rid of this in schools. That's what I believe. But one party would be like, that's a good thing. The next party would be, that's a bad thing. Or some people just don't care. Like, I'm going to ignore that. But I'm like, I'm not hating this thing. I just want to get rid of it. Like, I don't think it's a good thing. I'm like, hey, this is probably not the best. Like, I got reasons for it. I got statistics. I got the numbers. So I'm like, isn't this what your party does? You get evidence, the numbers, everything. And when I give it to you, you don't want it. But I'm like, didn't you do the same thing to me? Why shouldn't I shop at certain places? Like, I want to help, but you want me to do this. But if I say a negative thing about one thing, it's not good. That doesn't make sense. Like, I want to help, but only if it's this political way. Doesn't make sense. For example, my cousin was fired because of DEI, right? He didn't really like. Yeah, it sucked, bummed out. But he got a new job, same type of job, different place, same type of job. Yeah, I said, oh well, it sucks. Oh well, I'm good. I'm still alive. And he got a new job. Simple as that. Well, other people are like, oh, that's bad. I'm gonna like boycott everything. But I'm like, you don't even go there to begin with. Why are you boycotting a thing you don't even do to begin with? Like, huh? Like, for example, let's say you're gonna boycott Walmart, right? But I don't shop at Walmart. Like, personally, I don't. I shop my groceries at Smith's, which is owned by Kroger. And for me, it's like, well, yeah, that's like not a bad place to shop, you know? You're like, oh, go to Aldi's, it's cheaper. I'm like, alright, I'm not gonna drive that far for an Aldi's. And it's like, you got Walmart, Target, Smith's, Aldi's, Albertsons, and Costco and Sam's Club, right? You can do your groceries. These two I can't do a lot. Sam's Club and Costco is more for bulk items. If you have a family, I have a family of 4, you know, mom, dad, brother, me. We don't need to shop at Costco for everything. Like paper plates, paper towels, toilet paper, water, like stuff like that we'll get. But if you me to buy the cereal there and just everything, no. Like I do not need like a pound of strawberry jam. I don't need that. I'll go to Smith's because they have small stuff there. That's like the logic. People say, oh yeah, you shop at Costco for the DEI. I'm like, no, I shop there because I need stuff there. Or I shop at Walmart because it's cheaper there. I will go to Walmart for this because they don't have this at Costco. They have this at Walmart. For example, you can get a lot cheaper TV at Walmart than you can at Costco. I can get one deodorant versus a pack of deodorant, which is good if you want a pack, but it's not really for everybody. So like, yes, what you're doing could be good, but it's not beneficial at all. For example, if you don't have the money for the card, you don't have a ride, you don't have the space to carry everything in bulk in the bus, what can you do? Nothing. So you gotta shop where you gotta shop. That's just life, no matter what you do. Just make the best out of it and do what you can, like my cousin. Some people complain, oh, I can't shop at Walmart, Target, Albert, I can't shop Aldi's, you name it. But I'm like, first of all, Aldi's barely opened up in Vegas. I wanted to go there. But my ex was like, oh, we're not going to shop there because of DEI. But I'm like, we don't shop there to begin with. We never opened up. I'm like, it's mad cheaper there. And for example, like, oh, she wanted to shop at Albertsons instead. But I'm like, isn't Albertsons like way more expensive than Smith's and Walmart? It's like a little bit cheaper than Target. It's like the same price. Like it's a bit more expensive for like no reason. Sure, it might be better for some things, but it's like I have to drive my way out to do this. It's like, oh, like for example, if I'm gonna shop at Smith's, right? Let's say, oh, it's like versus a 5-minute car drive to and from, so that's 10 minutes, versus shopping at Albertsons, which is 15 minutes going and 15 minutes coming back, and I drive a Mustang, so I'm wasting a lot more gas than I need to. And more expensive grocery prices. I don't know how to lay out the store. Let's say I could deliver. Why am I paying delivery fees? I don't pick the groceries. Let's say I order bananas, they can get squished, damaged, or not the right ones, or not the right size. Like, that's why they go into the grocery store. You get to pick what you like, even though they're all have chemicals on them, packaged, they last longer. Like, I know everything's always against us, no matter what you look at it. The food is not real. Everything's like the cell phone's listening to us, the camera, the microphone, the TV. Nothing's for your convenience, no matter what you do for the benefit. I was like, I want to help, but I can't only help what you. Like, I don't understand. I want to help. I want to help. I'm helping everybody else but me. When I help, that doesn't make sense. I just explained. You can't do this and not do that. It's like, yeah, we're not gonna shop here, but if I want to get rid of certain things to protect the kids, that's not right, huh? This one's gonna be touchy for some people, but for example, I don't think drag queens should be in school. Why? They're just reading kids' books. It's nothing to worry about. Like, all right, that's fine, but I don't think that should be appropriate to kids because they're not introduced into this. For example, they come to the school. All right, how about you take them to their places? You wouldn't do that, would you? It wouldn't make sense. For example, if right now, let's say I would have a kid, I wouldn't take my kids to those places. I wouldn't. Like, for example, would you take a kid to Fremont here in Vegas? If you're local, you understand you wouldn't do that. It's Fremont. A lot of adult stuff out there on Fremont. A lot of bad people, drug addicts. It's basically Gotham, basically. So you wouldn't do that. It's Fremont. You wouldn't take a kid to Fremont. You can't. Like, it doesn't make sense. And I'm like, hey, I don't think it's probably good. Like, maybe not do that. Like, I remember we used to have, like, Dare, the detective dogs, Smokey the Bear. Yeah, they all got rid of because, like, they did bad things, too. I was like, I don't know, maybe come up with something new. Or, I don't know, anything. But we don't do that no more. I don't know what has happened in schools and stuff because I'm no longer in school. I was like, there's always bad things. I don't think it's good. Like, for example, I think it was like 2023, 2024, I saw an article that a teacher got fired because she refused to call a biological boy a girl. And I'm like, that seems messed up. That teacher got fired for that. And she was like Catholic. And they were like saying, oh, you're using your religion on this kid. So that's why we're firing you. But it's like, no, I wouldn't say religion. Even if it has to with or without religion, I'm like, hey, you're born a boy, you are a boy. If you're born a girl, you are a girl. People can say, oh, it's you're born this way, it's in your brain. It's like, all right, when you die, do the autopsy, show me the part of the brain that shows that you're always like this. Show me how it was. Just show me it. Take it out and like, hey, see, this is the part that says, oh yeah, I was always this. Doesn't happen. It's a thing that you grew up with, you grew into. For example, how do you become a fan of something? Or you like it because you were introduced into it. Because you were introduced at such a young age, you fell in love with it. I've been watching One Piece since I was in elementary school on Saturday mornings on 4Kids on the Warner Brother 4Kids. I grew up on that, so therefore I like that. I had nothing to do with anything else in this world. For example, did I watch Naruto growing up? No. I was never a fan of Naruto. I have Naruto merch. I'm not a fan of it. I don't like it to this day. And it's like, oh, like, how do you like this stuff? Yeah, because I was introduced to it at a very young age. Like the cartoons. I like Venom. Because it's Venom. The cartoon, I liked it. And growing up, I found more and more, like, oh yeah, I like this. But then again, that's a worldly thing. And it's like, as a Christian, we're not like, we can't really do everything worldly. We can like to, but we can't really. Like, yes and no, it's complicated. But, like I said, it's just like, I want to help, but by help, it gets yes and no, and I can. It's like, I don't get it. And another thing, like I said earlier, like, for example, the politic thing was like, hey, what's my opinion about abortions? I think what I am is called pro-life. I believe that abortions are not good and everybody should have the consent of life. because God created everybody before you were born, right? Now, before I say anything, I was born halfway early, and my brother was born with cancer. I could have been aborted, killed, or I don't know what the proper thing is. I was never gonna survive what the doctor said. The doctor was like, "Hey, you're not gonna live." My mom was like, "I'm having this kid." She was scared, shocked, but what did she do? She had me, and I was born like halfway early. I'm not sure exactly how much, but my lungs and my heart are still eh. I have something called Noonan syndrome. As you can see, my body's a bit eh, just a bit off. It's nothing really. It's nothing serious. Like if I was to go look this up again, Noonan Noonan syndrome. So basically, Noonan syndrome is a genetic disorder characterized by distinctive facial features, short stature, congenital heart defects, and development delays caused by mutations in specific genes. It basically affects various parts of the body, leaving a range of physical and development issues. It's classified as a type of RAS autopsy, which involves genetic change that disrupts the RAS MAK signaling pathway affecting growth and development. Which short steer, which basically growth delays, which I've been stuck as 5'6" since middle school. For example, like your fingers or eyes may be a bit off, or maybe not be the same type, which can do bleeding problems, skeletal malfunctions, and unaddressed taste tests in males. I may have delays in milestones, although intelligence is often normal. It's just like I'm a living defect, which I like to call myself because I am a defect. I have ADHD. I was diagnosed with as a kid. I did therapy. I never did the meds. I was supposed to take meds. I never did the meds, but I was never supposed to live. My lungs and heart are a bit off. That I have to take tests to do something. Like for example, I have to get my wisdom teeth removed, but before that, I have to like put anesthesia on me, right? I have to go to sleep because it's surgery, right? You have to remove like bones. The thing about that is I won't live for that because let's say, oh, you're a male, you're 5'6", 150. Okay, we're gonna give you 80%, like 80% liquid of the medicine, right? Because that's normal. Yeah, I can't do normal. My body is not right. It's a defect. It's not accurate. So, oh yeah, it's like logically and scientifically, you're supposed to be 80% in the medicine. But because of the way my body is and how I'm a living defect, it's supposed to be um, changed. So it's like 76% and not 80. Because my heart's a bit smaller. No, my lungs are still defect. I have asthma. I haven't got rid of it. Because my lungs are defected. And so is my heart. I have to go get a heart scan. Like, yeah, my heart's healthy and everything, but it's a bit deformed. Or a bit off. So unless you recalculate the medicine, my body won't accept it because it's a bit off. And I feel like I'm a living person with a built-in limiter, like a robot, like Cyborg. Remember, I can give it my all, but I can only do so much because my body won't let me. It's a bit off. I mean, it doesn't affect me daily, but I feel like it has, and I'm tired. Like I said, I don't know what I'm doing. It's just like I said, I'm venting. I don't know how to solve anything really, but I guess that's like for today's video. Like I said, my mom could have, I don't know, aborted me, got rid of me, something, I don't know. Like I wasn't properly finished yet. And well, I had the breathing tubes in my mouth and nose. Like I had like maybe a 1% chance or less. Like I wasn't even supposed to live. And here I am. I am alive because my God made me alive. I had every odds against me. The doctor's like, yeah, that kid ain't living. I'm here. I'm 21 years old. I am 21. And I don't know, my brother, he had cancer, and because he had cancer in his brain, and they removed the tumor from his brain, he's special. So it's like, I want to help him, but he can't because he's a disability, and it upsets me at time. I'm like, hey, just do like the one basic thing. Just one thing. That can't even be done. Or voluntarily choose, I don't even know at this point. But I can only do so much. I want to help, but I can't, and it frustrates me when I help people who don't accept the help. That's because of my ADHD. But like I said, I'm tired. I don't know what to do, and see, for me, it's like, hey, I don't support abortions because well, you gotta have like me. I'm here. I am today, making this video for all of you. If I was aborted or killed or whatever, I wouldn't be here. I'm making this. I wouldn't have dated my ex for 3 years and helped her because she has autism, and I helped her a lot grow. That her both her parents thanked me for that. But after a while, it's like I can do so much to help. And if they're willing to accept that help, they can. But like I said, most people take it politically that something could be good or bad. But for me, I'm like, well, you can make it political, which is fine, but it wouldn't affect you. Because like I said, you can shop at certain places. Doesn't really change anything. My cousin got fired. It didn't affect him at all. He's like, alright, it is what it is. Keep going, gotta keep on living. And just do what you can. Like, my mom did college for a nurse. I don't know what type of nurse, but it was like 1, 2 years, I think it was, like for like the assistant nurse or something, front desk nurse or something. You take like the blood pressure, the paperwork and such. Like I don't know really. She did that in California. Came here, tried to look for one. Didn't really get it. Kind of did. Didn't really. So yeah, she did everything she was supposed to do, and she kind of did what she wanted. And then now she's a mom, and now she has health problems, and now she can't really do anything. So it sees how it's like you can do everything how you want it to be. Politically, everything, it's not going to work out in the end. Or could or could not. Who knows? For example, R.L. Stine, he was an author of Goosebumps. And you know why Goosebumps got canceled? It was too scary for kids. And the copyright issues, the drawing issues, the assumption it was like, well, now it would have been AI. Or back in the day, Stein was accused of allegedly, like I say, like Stein can make a Goosebump book in 10 days. So let's say he would make the outline of a book, right? It's like, all right, um, let's see, what's a book? Don't Come to the Basement, right? Which is book 2, which was about the dad making plants and the plants took over. Simple layout, okay? 2 kids are with their dad for the summer. Dad's a scientist, has to do with plants. And the entire story is that the plant dad is the one in charge, or the real dad stuck in the basement, and they end up killing the plant dad with weed killer or something, and the story like just that layout, and then somebody else would finish that entire series, right? And they had problems with copyright, the merch, the show, everything. But it's like, hey, I'm gonna be an author, and I think it could be mad easy making a book for kids that I enjoy growing up. But look at everything he had to go through, and it wasn't perfect, and he canceled. And now he's still making Goosebumps, but now it's a bit different because it's no longer Goosebumps. It is Goosebumps, but it's like Slappy's World, Horrorland, all these other series, right? There's a bunch of new ones that I'm not even up to anymore because I'm an adult, but I still like Goosebumps because it's like my childhood, right? But see, you can go through everything that you believe is right, and look what you're gonna go through now because of the problems. There's always gonna be bumps no matter what you do. So maybe it's best to not do everything the best that you can, and that's what I'm gonna do now. So, I don't know. My thing is that I gotta figure out how to help myself first versus others. Like, for example, all this was just venting on other stuff, but I never mentioned in any today's video about me. Like I said, right now, I'm gonna figure out if I'm going to the gym, work out for a bit, come home, do whatever I do. Because normally I would be off. I work today, but we're off today because of the factory being closed for maintenance, but it never. I don't know why it's maintenance, but it never is. Yeah, I can figure out what to do because like I'm not with my ex no more. I want to have a family. She doesn't want that, and it's like I don't know. I gotta figure things out as I go. One thing I can say is I gotta follow Christ, read the Bible, do that, and then I'm gonna write. I'm going to do a video about a video game and so forth, and then I'll figure out from there. But since the breakup happened in like May and so what, August, right? Almost July technically. I don't know. I feel like I haven't done much. Been just in bed making videos, but I don't really go out really. But it's like, I don't know. I gotta figure it out. But basically, this is what I do. I would rather help about everything else in the world but me. That's how I am. I don't know why. So if any advice, recommendations, you are going through something, maybe we can help out each other in the comments down below. But yeah. But I think that'll be it for now. For today's video, for journaling. Yeah. That's just my story and everything. Hopefully this works in some way. But yeah. Yeah. I don't know how things work. Yeah. Thanks for watching. Have a blessed day, everybody. Remember, do what you can daily. Politics or no politics, don't let it control you. Everything's gonna be alright. I have faith in God. With everything going on, like I said, not like I don't care. I care in what I can. But politics on both sides get mad at me. The world gets mad at me. But just do what you can daily. And figure it out step by step. Because I'm definitely going at multiple steps that I can. Like, for example, I believe that today's day and age is messed up, that I'm buying DVDs for a kid I don't have. I am buying stuff I don't need. Like, I'm 21, I don't have to worry about having a family until like I'm 30. But I'd like to have a family one day. It's like, well, for example, with all the Safety Act, I'm like, yeah, that's why I have physical copies of video games, because they always told you don't own anything on Steam. So it's better to have a physical copy. The next thing, I got like movies from my childhood because it's my childhood. And then I got books from my childhood in decent condition. Like, it's chipped at the bottom because they fell from the bed. But these are worth something almost because, well, this is my child. You don't get these anymore. I think it's always better to have a physical copy of a book. I think it's cool just to have. Or if you want, like I said, buy something that you just genuinely like. Like, I like insects. I think it's cool that a spider can kill a human being. I think that's pretty cool. So I would buy a book about bugs. Because why wouldn't I? It's a book. Sure, online's cheaper and easier, convenient, but it's just, I don't know, get a book. Because one day we won't be able to have anything. And that's me without the politics. Oh, they're gonna get rid of our freedom and speech and resources. All right, cool. They always did that. You were willingly giving you your Face ID unlock, your fingerprint for your phone, and you don't question that. But now you're questioning this, huh? It doesn't make sense. You're complaining about that, but yet you're willingly giving them your ID of your finger and your face every time. How are you complaining? Like, I got books that I like, so it's like, hey, I'm living life, doing what I can daily. Complain all you want, but you're willingly doing it this entire time. Like, what's technology? It was never for your convenience. It was always against us. Like, they always told us, oh, read the license agreement. We never do. But hey, they're always stealing information, listening to us as we speak. We have always been controlled since the beginning, but people act now like, oh, now we gotta like protest and stuff. Nah, they always did that to begin with. Cell phones, Alexa, the Ring cameras, everything. So it's like, hey, it's just normalized throughout convenience. So whatever is convenient in today's day and age, with anything political, ideology, sociology in movies, you name it. Example, that's why people say, oh, these movies are woke. I'm like, yeah, they're just normalizing stuff. Like, it's normal. If you're like, oh, you're against this, I'm not against this. It's not what I grew up with. Like, before 2020, we didn't really grow up with this. You had to, like, literally dig into the internet to find this. Versus nowadays, it's just everywhere. So I was like, oh, I can see this, but most people can't. I want to help, but you don't want to help. I can tell this is good, and people will disagree. I'm like, oh, this is bad. People disagree. So it's like, I do what I can daily. I'll do what I can. But yeah. That's really honestly. My advice is to read the Bible, become a Christian before it's too late, because I need to spread the word of the gospel a lot more. Because one day we're going to die, go to heaven or hell. Some people believe, some people don't. But repent daily, do what you can. Like right now, like everything's going on in this world. I'm tired of it. I'm not stressed. I am stressed, as you can see. I got a lot more bald spot here than I do over there. Like I am stressing out that I'm losing hair, but I don't know. Do what you can. Just leave and pray to God. Everything's good. Even though everything's going on in the world, think about it. People are already at war, suffering more than we are, and here I am in the comfort of my own room. Or people have been at war, and they were Christian, and here we are to tell the tale. So there's always been worse. Can be worse. It's not worse. But be thankful that you're alive. Protest all you want. Do what you can. It's like, hey, you're thankful. You're here. Like, for example, with everything I just explained, I'm still here. Everything's going to be fine. Like, I don't protest, do anything really, do all that type of stuff. I do what I can to help the community and organize. But just don't worry about it. It will all be great then, because God's good. And that's literally how I can explain it. Like I said, I do help. Like I already explained that the entire video, but you can do what you can do and what people accept. So yeah. Thank you for watching today's video. That's video 1 of journaling, and that'll be it. But yeah, thank you for watching.